Welcome back to Popes and Pilots. Let's play some more Europa Universalis IV. We're playing as Finland. I'm not going to screw that one up this time. And we're going for Crossing the Finnish Line. We have to make a continuous line of our own land. Might be Finnish, might be like Scandinavian or something, to the Cape. And we almost know where it is. Look at this. Look at all this information spreading. Now, speaking of information spreading, is there any chance at all that our Norwegian subject has started to make use of their colonization? We also need to do this. Let's remember that. Subject. There's a bunch of things I want to remember. I'm probably gonna miss half of them. You are not spending any money on colonization. I mean, I just started this episode, but let's give a quick Google to EU4 vassal colonization. How do I get vassals to colonize? From 2017. Subsidies. Give them province. Do yada yada yada. Okay, so in theory was possible. I have some feeling. There's something in the back of my mind that says that they stopped this in the last patch. Just something. But I don't know. Can't find anything at the right away. I'm sure Norway has the colonial range to go here, right? They must. Surely they must. And they have a colonist, we know this. So let's just have a look at that for a while. Okay, one thing. Another thing, we are at peace. Now that the Ottoman is done eating a bunch of Poland, former Poland. So we need to milk our estates. We wanna summon some diets. Well, one of them. Clergy want development in Savolax with admin. I don't want that. Improve our prestige. I do want that. And it gives us admin power. So that's quite tempting. At least the next war is going to give us. Probably going to give us that. Or get trade power never, which by now, I don't know we can actually do. Yeah, I'm going to go with the nobility proposal. I'm probably not going to get it immediately. The reason our prestige is so low is that I defenestrated 2 of my heirs. Looking for better ones. And hopefully we're going to find some too. Last thing, right, steal the land. Because how could we not? Yoink. And farm progress growth being nicely boosted. Ito. I've been using so much of our admin that I have not been considering the state thingamabob. Which I'm sure has a name. Also, I remember turning on the wrong edict in some province. And yes, I know there's an edict map mode. It's not this one, it's the right edict. Fine. I'll falter and check right. Where is it again? Here. State edicts. If somebody has enforced unity going and doesn't need it. This state does. Maybe I misremember? Oh no, Denmark needs it, because we're converting Finn. But Skåneland does not need it because they're all nice and Catholic. So the people in Skåneland, if they can already, they can't yet. When can we do this? In January. Yeah, I'll forget. I can promise you that much. Alright, that's another thing I want to remember. I do not want to spend dip on integrating all these cultures because I'm kind of hoping to become an empire soon. Yeah, tiny bit away still from being that empire. And that's kind of tempting. But it's also kind of really not tempting. Not what I meant though. What's the other thing? Yes. Apparently we can go over 150. I saw that we had 150 people influence and I was afraid that might be the cap. But it does not seem to be that way. That said, we could just go and spend. We had 0 stab anyway, because we died recently. So I don't think I mind beatifying a local saint. Yeah, you could argue for doing a normal stab boost and then using this to get to +2. But we didn't. Alright, I think that's all I had in mind. I'm quite sure I want my next war to be against Muscovy. Unfortunately, the war against... Who's a Nanai? What's a Nanai? I've never heard of a Nanai before, I don't think. But they're probably not particularly relevant. I don't think these horde wars in the east are gonna break the Muscovite. We would be able to call in the Commonwealth, but they have been crushed in that recent Ottoman war. We can kind of hope for the Ottoman to maybe jump on Muscovy at some point, because they're rivals now. They don't actually border though, do they? Don't think they do. Yeah, the Ottoman doesn't really know that they want that land yet. I'm sure they will. If they Genoese Azov, that would help. Or is Crimea still not your subject? No, it's just alive, which is a huge surprise. But hey, no, I really need something to happen there. We could potentially, possibly. I mean, yes, Muscovy's at 75,000 folks, but we have room for 55. Nope, wrong number. 52 still. So we're not super outnumbered. Tech-wise, we are, I think, ahead. Yeah, we're 2 techs ahead of Muscovy. We could probably just go and crush them. We have naval superiority, not that that matters tons, unless we manage to trap their armies in Orland or Ursel. Which, I don't know how we would get them to Ursel, but that would be nice. But I think we could just kill them. They don't really have friends, do they? Well, that's Hungary. There is Hungary. I still think that we can kill them, especially if we get Polish friends, yeah. But the war ended, people, and me actually, well, freshly starting the game right now, people are going to reconsider their coalition choice, and they look at numbers and suddenly realize that it was not a great choice to be in that coalition. Now, I'm building a couple of... Did we just already finish building them? No, still building 2 farm estates in Tukolma and in Turku. I think the one place where we really want a manufactory is in Usima, right? For the quest. City of Helsinki requires a manufactory. Now, do we not have the tech yet? We don't. We need tech 11, which is kind of close. Okay. Not a huge deal. Alright. I'm somewhat tempted to save up money to spend on Dalaskogan, but 2,000 ducats is a lot of ducats. And, I mean, surely if we spend money to make money, then we're gonna have more money in the end, right? That has to be how that works. Somewhat tempted. I mean, they don't love it. They're never going to be my vassal. Not freely. I have no friends. Could just go eat the Livonians. Unfortunately, we're already capped on relationships. Which makes eating the Livonians somewhat less interesting. These cores aren't bad. Anything really valuable around here? No. I mean, it's good. Would be nice to eat Livonia and feed them their cores. Better run Sweden. Speaking of Sweden, they probably also need to die, but I don't have a huge rush in killing them over there. The only reason they're thorn on my side is that they're... This should really be my land, clearly. Speaking of my land, what does one need to form Scandinavia? Just in case, asking for a friend. Vestjylland and Akershus. And Admitech 20. There's a mission that allows us to do this faster, right? Akashus as our subjects and vigilant. Do we have? Oh no, that's Danish still. Yeah, well, Ost is. Yeah, so is West. Okay. So there's still a bit to go. Fine. Fine. Well, at least the Commonwealth is regrouping quite quickly. Do they have manpower left? Yeah. Arguably. Yeah. Can we already reclaim the Danish land? I think we can. For some, completely unrelated reason, I just had the term the Saxon man in my head. I don't know how that would have happened. Anyway, keep drinking that blood. You are refusing our merchants access. Yeah, that's to be expected. Down goes Finn, and with that, down should go the center of reform. No? Oh, there it goes. Yeah. Down it goes. Now, it's not going to give us our... It's not going to turn Shelland back to Catholic or anything. But it makes it much less likely that we have issues with these. Maybe Hlohov is going to give some problems, especially in our subject here. But I think the major pain is gone. And we can safely stay Catholic. Not that I'm sure that that's actually what we want to do, but we kind of... By not deciding, and by fighting against the Reformation, we kind of did decide, didn't we? Now, this still has zeal until forever. 47 years, so we're not going to be able to do anything about any of that garbage for a while. Could we technically have our subject out? Where's my... That's the button. Include subjects. That's a no. Are they all still super... Yeah, they're all still recently oppressed. Whatever it's called. I'm sure that's the word. The naming for it. It's not have an edict here. Let's try to turn off the edict here now. And we can. And then in our... No, somewhere we had another edict running. And again, I am aware that there's a map build for that. I mean, I showed you at the beginning of this episode. And still. Grab... I'm actually going to build that great palace, I think. Question is, do I want to spend legitimacy somehow? I don't quite know how I would. What about introducing an heir or something like that? That's a thing, right? There's a button there. Spend 20 legitimacy and 20 prestige, yeah, which I don't want to do, to get a new heir. Every other Christian nation engaged in royal marriage will get a restoration of the Union Casus Belli, which I don't mind so much. But the prestige annoys me. Also, this button I just can't click. Don't know why. Feels like it was clickable before. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it requires to actually have the prestige. Most spend prestige things just allow you to go negative as long as you're positive in the beginning. But here, no. The reason I'm considering that is because the main gain from this palace is obviously the legitimacy, because it's more worthwhile usually than prestige, and I'm kind of not getting that. Most of it. Have you married everybody? Because that's also a legitimacy cost usually. Married to Norway, Commonwealth and Austria. That's about everybody. Can we not marry you, Mecklenburg? No, because... Why? Because we don't have a diplomat to send. That we can probably fix. Come back from... I guess you're Danish spying because it's closer. I would take the Austrian guy, but it's so far. And we don't have this pop-up forever. So we're going to marry Mecklenburg. It's going to drop our legitimacy by -3. Which gives us a little more value out of building that palace. Is it absolutely correct to build the palace? I don't know. But I kind of want to complete the mission. And that means I don't want to lose prestige. And it does mean I want to gain prestige. So it's a 20 prestige difference, so we just made off. Plus the extra prestige we get from having more legitimacy now. And we kind of got that marriage for free, so seems fine. More discoveries going all around. That's Norway? Norway! Here you go, Inge Bjelke. Good on you. First woman on the US. Well, first Norwegian woman. Probably the first woman. Anyway, back to work. Especially as nothing much is happening. I should not be spending all time past. I mean, I do. You know I do. But I shouldn't. Oh, come on. I mean, you know I've got to take the 30 prestige hit here, right? Yeah, it's gonna be a while before we get that mission done. But I mean, free innovativeness is free. Claims on Muscovy need to be like, I don't know, 55 or whatever we need. 50. Right, we always get caught before we get the 50. So that's kind of a thing. What else is still doing fine on the Militech waiting here. Should probably take another round of admin tech. Definitely should take another round of admin tech. Especially because that opens up another idea group. What's the decision? Some sort of act. Which really doesn't do anything for us to pass right now, so we probably shouldn't. But I also don't care. I definitely want to declare indulgence. I mean, look at this. Tolerance of heretics? Never. Yeah, we could do some more play on. I forgot about this one. Maybe we didn't need to do the swapperoo of missionary strength per people here earlier. I'm gonna unclick this and completely forget about it, but maybe not. There's a chance we don't forget. What is our next idea though? It reminds me that I still haven't updated my policy planner, gosh darn it, and all that I need to do is upload some gain files to do it, probably. That's at least how it's supposed to work. We can pick from any category. I kind of would like it to not be admin, because we have no admin points. And because I wanted to have a cool interaction with the innovative ideas we already have, and there are no policies between admin and admin. You always need two different idea types to get a policy. Now there's an argument as opposed to go influence now, because we're gonna want to eat our subjects at some point. And 25% reduced is nice. Also, the additional relation allows us to have another subject somewhere. It would also be nice. I'm not utterly against it. Do we get like a great policy? No. Well, not with offensive ideas. That one's garbage. What about with... Where's my innovative? I'm blind? Oh, right below it. Advisor cost reduction and AE. Oh, that's actually... That's actually a policy, isn't it? Okay. It's like half espionage ideas right there in just one policy. Because this is 20. And espionage ideas does nothing else. Mostly. Also gives us the advisor cost, funnily enough. I like that. So what do we get? Income from vassals, nyeh. Liberty desire, nyeh. Annexation costs, nice. Especially for the future, maybe. Relations, fine. Reputation, can be good. And then, yeah. It's okay. I don't hate it. Trade, we still don't have any good use for a bunch of traders. How about the policies? We always need to check that now. Trade efficiency, interest per annum, nyeh. Trade efficiency, trade steering. It's okay. What about Diplo? Peter's favorite ideas. Diplo rep, Merc manpower. Good lord. Advisor cost. Okay. Diplo rep. Okay. And then we just get a bunch of Diplo. Improved relations, 25% is... It's not... Well, improved relations is not the same as AE reduction, but it has a similar effect. So I don't actually know how to weigh 25 improved relations against 10 AE reduction. That math I have not done. And it probably fluctuates on a billion factors. War score cost, I mean, maybe. Dip tech cost, sure. And the stab impact, probably not gonna matter too much to us. And we did check these, right? Yeah. Maybe. But I think I love influence more than... They do a lot of the same kind of thing. There's a good chance we save more money, well, more dip points, by taking Diplomatic Core than we ever will with integrated elites. Unless we do huge subjecty things, which might happen. I don't think they're huge cores we can release. I mean, there's the Great Horde down here, which is actually a pretty big chunk. It's garbage land, because it's hot land, of course, but it's a lot of land. So that's a place where we could do the whole grab one province, release the Great Horde, then just core or reconquest for all the rest, which is nice. It's just so little development. I don't know if it's worth it, but I mean, it's definitely a move we might be doing, and then it helps with the integration, so that's okay at least. Novgorod. Is that Novgorod? No, it's Karelia. There's Novgorod. Is another thing. Can we do anything with the Winter Palace once we take it? Asking for a friend. You'd be East Slavic. Yeah, no. I mean, Novgorod would be nice to catch and release. Pretty sure there's a bunch of cores around here. Yeah. Yeah, primary nation, primary culture. Unless they do culture conversion, it's never gonna disappear. And there's a bunch around here. We don't have any Novgorodian land, right? I don't think we do. If we did, we could technically already release Novgorod and then go for it, but... The one issue I have with that plan is the war in which we would take our first Novgorodian province is one where I would kind of like to take a lot of Novgorodian provinces. Probably. Maybe that's not true, though. Maybe the first war against Muscovy is like never... Oh, that's actually Novgorodian. But like never Revel, Ingerman land for our Novgorodian province. Pskov and Ostrov, which I believe are not Novgorodian, indeed. So like there. And then, you know, lucky is... Now we get a bunch of, obviously Novgorod is Novgorodian. But we war for something... I don't know, along these... No, that's Novgorod. Something along these lines in our first war. Grabbing one Novgorodian province, and then we go for all the cores in the next war. I'm kind of talking myself into taking influence ideas here. Do we see any other really cool option? Is there like a mill one we would really want to take? Quality with innovative has some good. It's 50% infantry combat ability, which is very good. Plus the 10 here. We're gonna go kind of Space Marine if we do that. It does help with the war against the Novgorodian. Sounds like a demon. The Novgorodian. I don't think we want to go defensive. Nah. Newly buffed aristocratic? You got a nice innovativeness. Innovativity, yes. 20% production is very nice, obviously. It's just money, but it's a lot of money. But I'm still not fully convinced by even the new aristocratic ideas. It's not bad. It's just not great. I think we're going either for quality or we're going for influence. In a world where we take both, We should probably take quality first so we can win that war, and then take influence so we can then do the annexation of the stuff we take in the war. That makes some sense to me. Because we don't really care about this just yet. At all. Well, almost not at all. And yes, I would love, like, humanist ideas, admin ideas, or religious ideas maybe even. But they're all kind of constrained here. When do we get 14? That's not so far away either. I think what we do... We're ahead of time in Miltech? We are. The one thing is we've been considering to take Miltech ahead of time, right? Ahead of time. For the innovativeness. We have a moment to decide, but not a long time. Give it a moment. I think what we'll do, unless something pops up to change our mind, is we take the ideas, but we don't super spam the ideas. We keep enough around to still take the stack ahead of time when it becomes relevant. But up to that point, we just spend any excess on the ideas. Nicely enough, the first idea we take, we get a 5% tech cost reduction. So that's gonna kind of pay itself back a little bit. And helping. Lübeck making a clear one challenge. Lübeck, I know you're in the Empire, but I'm allied to the Emperor. Do they defend you? They do. They do. It's a shame. Because we're not in the Empire. Could we technically ask you to join? How does that work? I feel like I looked that up or asked for it not too long ago. Like, I don't know, 20 episodes. Are we 20 episodes deep yet? We are. Sometime early on. And I completely forget. Must be on the Empire screen, right? Holy Roman Empire. Yeah, John and Jerry. There you go. We need 350 relation with Austria. Also, we're too large. Simply too large. You just can't. How the heck does one get 350 relations? That seems like a tall ask. Yeah. I mean, maybe that's sort of the thing, right? Maybe the 350 is based on your size comparatively, or even flat size. And because we would need more relations than humanly possible, the game also says we're simply too large. It's possible. I think we could still get voted for Emperor, but I have no clue how we would do that. I mean, probably just make all these electors lovers. 17 points. That's not a lot of points. They take France over us with a... They'd love taking France over us. Oh well. So we're not playing with that. The only reason I checked here is because I kind of want to attack Lübeck. Because they made a claim on me. Not for many other reasons. I mean, yes. True. We do want a presence in the Lübeck node at some point so we can make more money. But we're so far away from having enough there right now that it doesn't matter too much. Also, all the Empire hates me. Which is another reason not to go for Lübeck right now. Felt hats! Price of fur changes. That is very good for us. Can we see the difference? We should see income from production, 15.88. I assume on the monthly take that's going to be more. Yeah, it's not as good as I thought it would be. With all the fur we have, that is disgustingly little. I mean, it's only half the truth. Look at all the fur we have. It's only half the truth because it also increases trade value, of which we're getting a bunch. But still. Ransu Quarterline instead. That was... Oh, and somebody took the tech in November? Oh no, it's dip tech. Nobody took mil tech yet. But who the frick takes tech in November? 70% ahead of time. That's just... It's just daft. I think we're probably gonna drop the grab tech 11 next year on dip. Yes, extremely expensive. But we get 6 innovativeness for it, which makes other things cheaper in return. And 6 is just such a high number that I'm tempted to do that. And we're gonna cap on dip anyway, so we'd have to do a bunch of development, which I'm kinda keen not to. I mean, having development is not bad. Okay, it's January. So let's consider order here. I think what I want to do is I want to grab quality ideas, put 1 click into quality ideas. So we get the 5% tech discount. And then we take dip ideas, which then gives us innovativeness, which makes it cheaper to take other things. I think that makes sense. I mean, does taking quality ideas make sense? Yeah, arguably. So I'll do it. And I'll put the 1 click in there. Like that. Tech cost reduction 5%, which then in turn allows us to... Yeah, look at those. Look at those reductions. Scientific revolution. So, yes, we're 60% ahead of time, but we also have 35, well, and then increase over time. We kind of only 30% extra, which is still a pretty large number, but we have dip out the wazoo. So let's grab this up. And also allows us to build our naval manufactory, actually, once we have the money. Which is nice too. Which is very nice. Now somebody might take mill ideas now. I didn't really check on that. Tech 10. No, nobody has done it yet. Good. Because we're currently actually out of range of taking the tech, even though we have all those discounts. And this pop-up is going to annoy me for a while. But I'm going to do my best to ignore it. Even though I obviously want the army tradition ticking up. But I think potentially grabbing the innovativeness is worth more. Although we did argue earlier about whether, well, discuss earlier whether the cap of 100 innovativeness makes it less important or less valuable to pick up a lot of innovativeness early on, if you have huge gains anyway. Yeah, who knows. I want to claim on Pskov because that's exactly where we want to go. Fortunately, we did make a claim on Novgorod, which we, with our previous plan, we're probably not going to use. We'll see. And we can always grab Ingame land and Novgorod and then release it. It does generate a little more AE that way. But it's not, I mean, a little more. It's a 21 death province. We probably can't afford to do that. Probably can't afford to take Novgorod anyway without annoying everybody. Luckily they are filthy, these kind of people, Orthodox people, so most of the Catholics are not going to care as much. Keep going there, Norway. I would actually wanted to check, so if you have, by any chance, another colonist, you do not pick up economic and trade. Economic is not one that gives a colonist. It's not expansion. I was thinking expansion. So no need to finance them more so they can afford another colonist. That doesn't make any sense because they don't have another colonist. They could run another colony, but I wonder if the AI would even do that. Also, it would be very expensive. Speaking of very expensive, we are very over time. So I should say thank you so much for watching. If you do enjoy what you're seeing here, then please do remember to hit that like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and as always, please do remember to go to that comment section, talk to me there. I have been okay at reading my comments this time around. Yes, I'm a few episodes behind, but not a lot, and I feel positive that I keep being somewhat up to date there. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, see you folks next time.